Everybody, as you can see, we're obviously launching the assault. Well, not the assault, but we're assaulting the keep here. All the Battanian Fiend champions are actually just going ahead and charging here, which we want them to actually fire, because we've got Fiend champions, so we can just ball them without them taking any damage. Because obviously, really good archers like this can just walk around, and especially with 18 of them, we can just pop them straight off their walls as they retreat. They might actually be holding the actual, like, house bit of the keep. That might be their plan. But the Fiend Champion's absolute beasts here. I think probably one of the best choices, especially with me going in. I kind of wanted to bring my own men. But me and 18 Fiend Champions should just be able to sweep what they have here. Oh, yeah, it does look like they're trying to make a actual last stand with all of their men grouped together, which is a smart idea. But especially with the Fiend Champions actually getting lined up. Oh, the Fiend Champion's actually brawling with somebody. If they can draw their bows and just start bowling them instead of actually trying to engage in melee combat, we should just be able to pop them here. Obviously, this is Caltheus Thief, which we're taking it for that clan. We take that clan off of Vlandian, that's going to be quite nice. That's definitely going to be quite nice. And half these guys don't have helmets, which means headshots are going to do a lot of damage. If I can actually hit a headshot, but it doesn't look like I'm actually going to hit one. But yeah, just popping them anyway. Which obviously the more of them go down, the better. Fiend Champions are meant to have good accuracy, but they're just missing half the shots here. Which is actually quite embarrassing for Fiend Champions. Yeah, we went ahead and destroyed half their force here. We can just go ahead and crush the other half, I think. Two Fiend Champions against 2 militia on our recruits. That guy's a literal 2 HP. Yeah, most of the men are actually guarding just these entrances. Six of the, like, 13 men that were left were guarding the entrances. These are the last 2 guys. I'm gonna let the Fiend Champion 1v1 him. Yeah, he just got popped. So that's obviously pretty good. We just took a town. Obviously, we basically knew we were taking that from last episode. But I thought we might as well. I'm pretty sure I also said in the last episode, which I'm not too sure because it was like 2 days ago or something. But obviously that's quite good. Us winning that. Now we need to find Calthea ASAP. I've got no clue where Calthea is. I think she might be in an army. I'm not too sure. But either way, wherever she is, she's probably going to be willing to join us. And if she's not, then it doesn't really make much of a difference to us, because it's not like we desperately need the help. I don't think anybody's going to be paying for 400 garrison, and the town can't even supply 400 garrison worth of food. So they're actually going to be starving if we let them leave this big of a garrison. We take out the big lords here. Well, not lords, big amounts of troops. I'm going to go ahead and obviously donate them. But we need to find Calthea here. We need to find out what we're doing. And obviously once we figure out what we're doing, we can obviously get stuff done. We're going to go ahead and see if there's any Battanian men we can take. Oh, that's actually beautiful. There's a beautiful amount of Battanian men we can take. That's under the town in the city, in the kingdom. Oh, Khuzaits are actually taking that town back. Which we could declare war on them and take that off them. Because we took all the clans we needed off them, I think. Oh no, we didn't take the Cyronia, that clan. That's one clan that's on our list here. The south's actually not as down bad as it used to be. It's down 2 towns, but it was down like 4 towns at one point. It only had, I think, Vostrum, Fikron, and Onar. So they're definitely doing better than what they were. But they're still not doing very good. He might be willing to join us. Oh, they're sieging Artesia. What we're going to do is I'm going to break the army. I'm going to look for a gatherer on the way to sieging defending Artesia here. Obviously, Ostracon's our next target, and we could do with finding Caltia, but I'll be back either once we've got a vote. Oh, Ingatherer's in here. We're going to wait for the vote. We're going to see if Ingatherer wants to join us. I've got 7 million. So there's a high chance he is willing to join us. But he might not. No, sadly he's not. He obviously doesn't hate his lord, his king. Not his lord. So he's not completely against him. But obviously that just means that's going to have to go to somebody. Surprised I'm not on the board here. They've got Hubar. I don't mind giving it to Teos here. I don't think that's too bad giving it to Teos. And now we're obviously going to head to Artesia, and we'll be back onto Artesia. So I'll see you then. Right, so we're back, and what we're going to do is we're going to break into the fence and really hope that we get given Caltigate here. If not, that's going to be pretty bad. But we're also going to gather, obviously, some of the biggest lords here, because we've still got stuff to siege. We've still got stuff to do. I think that should be a big enough force. We're going to go ahead and break in and hope we get Caltigate here. So we should just be able to crush them 700 against 1,000. Yeah, that's an easy win. Hopefully we get Caltigate. Do we want Vartin? Probably not. We just need Caltigate. We might get Caltigate. Stop. Yes, we got Caltigate. That's actually very, very good for us. I'm going to take those two to recruit. What we're going to do, we need to be very careful with selling the prisoners. If we just sell them normally, we'll lose them. We'll lose Caltigate. So we need to go ahead and sell all the prisoners. Find Caltigate. And that's good. The defenders here have drained a lot. But I've just given them an extra 2. Now, is she willing to join us? Obviously, it's a little bit too late to give her a fief. But it's not too late to give her potential Vlandian fiefs. And we've got 7 million. So there's a high chance she will join us. 7 million, no land. There's no way she's not willing to join us here. And we're making a lot of money a day, which is helping us just stay high in money. Now, is she willing to join us? This doesn't turn the tide of the war, but it definitely would help. Oh, she is willing to... Yeah, she's willing to join us by a lot here. Oh, it's not going to completely change the war, her joining us, but it's definitely going to be a nice addition. I think we've got one more chance here. Yeah, luckily that succeeded. So obviously we can pay her. I'd probably say she might cost like 600k or something like that. Ooh, 750. That wasn't a bad guess. Yeah, so she's just joined us, which means we've just gained a bit of power. They've lost a little bit of power. And now we can strike Ostracon here. I'll be back once I'm ready to launch the assault on that, but I'm going to sell some of the stuff at this town. We've got a big enough force to siege that, and our also other lords will siege stuff. So we'll be back once we're ready to launch the assault on Ostracon, so I'll see you then. Right, so we're back here. We're trying to defend this, which I'm not sure if... No, we didn't make it. I think we're just going to launch... Do we just launch the assault here? No, I think we wait for the army. We've got a Tharacho's vote here, which I'm going to give it to... I'm going to definitely give it to him. He deserves more land. Well, actually, he had a bigger vote anyway. I was going to force it to him either way, because he deserves it more. They're not going to get too many men a day. They're only getting 3 a day, so I think it's worth crushing this army as revenge. They might be able to run to that town, but if they don't, Aaron could definitely kill him. If Aaron doesn't join the army, like an idiot. If that lord joins the army, that's very dumb for them. Yeah, we can definitely catch that out. Yeah, well done. That was very good. And now we can just go ahead and crush this army here. Then we can re-siege that fief. Which obviously isn't great that we have to re-siege it, but if we re-siege it, the only one thing is it is going to go to Caltia. That's the only really positive. And it did tank a lot of their army. They had a 1,000-man army, I think. Considering the amount of wounded they had, the AI normally takes about 2 to 1, like for wounded. I.e., whatever wounded they had the same amount unwounded that died on the battlefield. So, and they had about 100 men there, so they probably had about 900, 800 men. I mean, 900, 1,000 men. If we can get our men set up here.
Ready yourselves! Move forward!
We're not going to get set up before that massive cavalry charge, but... Wait, is this all they have? They just have cavalry. Yeah, they literally just have cavalry, that's it. They have cavalry and a few archers. Yeah, that's it. They literally have cavalry and 12 archers. Their cavalry is about to get crushed. The Fiend Champion is just going to absolutely pepper them off their horses here. If we can get our Fiend Champion set up in a correct position here, we can destroy them. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath for them. They've already lost a big chunk of their... They've already lost 40 of their men. They've already lost over half of their cavalry unit. And that's elite cavalry as well. And they've got 4 kills in retaliation. They've got a big chunk of reinforcements, which are actually going to call back the cavalry, because we don't want our cavalry charging their brand new lines with no archer, infantry, or any type of support. Oh, Fiend Champions are definitely not good for them to be losing. Very good for us if I can kill these guys. If I can kill 4 Fiend Champions here, that's very good. Yeah, that's probably like 10 kills I've just got worth of troops, because they can definitely pop some of our men. If I can draw them straight into our infantry line, we can even move the infantry line a little bit. They're not going to be able to charge through that infantry line. Not even I could. And I'm not going to get hit by them. They can charge around the flanks, but they're not going to be able to charge straight through. Yeah, they're just getting caught, and then they're just getting bored and hit with swords, and they just can't do anything. This is a beautiful position we're in right now, where they're just charging our shield wall. There's not really much they can do here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a beautiful battle for us. We're holding the shield wall very tightly. And because of that, they're losing just all of their cavalry.
Follow me! Forward!
We're going to fall back the cavalry. We don't want to advance the cavalry too much, but at the same time, we want the cavalry to be doing stuff. So I think currently what we're doing with it is probably pretty good. As long as we're getting a lot of kills, which we are, we're definitely getting a lot of kills. They're even starting to get some infantry and archers because they're running out of cavalry. Yeah, they're definitely running out of cavalry here. We can straight out just charge that unit. They've lost 120 men and we've lost 9. That's actually pretty good. This battle's definitely going pretty good. Yeah, the Vlandians, obviously we outnumbered them, so they didn't really stand an insane chance. But the Vlandians have definitely fumbled this. They should have charged our archer line at least. We've got Fiend Champions though, so there's not really anything they could have done that's insane. We're just absolutely crushing them here. This was a complete and utter wipe. And they're just continuing to do the stupid play of charging straight through a full shield wall that's like 4 men thick. Which a cavalry cannot go through. Maybe a full massive cavalry wave of like 200 might. But not a small cavalry force of 30. Actually, we're just going to full charge the cavalry here. We're going to advance the infantry. And we're going to advance the archers as well. I can't actually manage to hit this guy. How am I actually not hitting this? I'm actually so bad. How am I? This is actually embarrassing at this point. He's going to die to my infantry before it. Yeah, that was actually a bit embarrassing. I've just missed like 10 wall shots. Can I just not hit with a ball? No, I can hit while moving with the ball. It's just me being bad. Well, not if I crash into a tree, obviously. I'm going to try and get some ball points here, honestly, because we've already got, I think, max two-handed. Not too sure if we've got max ball, though. He just ducked underneath my arrow. Yeah, to be fair, I'm pretty bad with the ball while moving on horseback, I think. Especially considering I'm not hitting any of these shots. As I said, I get a beautiful headshot. Yeah, but we just crushed them here. Honestly, we just destroyed them. That guy just tanked 117 damage. We crushed them. We got over 10 times their kills, which is obviously something definitely good. They've only got 300 men at most left. And that's if they manage to retreat all of the men that are alive. Oh, I actually went down. I didn't think I was going to die, but I actually dealt a decent chunk of damage. We can just continue to push them though here, and considering the amount of losses we took, I don't think any of the lords will have died properly. No, all of our lords did end up going down though, which is a bit bad. If all the lords go down like that, then we're gonna end up with some casualties eventually. Ooh. What does he have? He might join us. Oh, he's going to join us if we take that fief. Belga might join us as well. We've got 3 lords that might join us. Which, obviously, they're all going to be very good if they do join us. I doubt all 3 of them will join us. I doubt even one of them will join us in all honesty, but we have 6 mil. What I did realise when I was checking what wars, obviously it's very good for Battania. Battania is at war with the Khuzit, and the Khuzit is also at war with the West. But what I realised when I clicked on the Southern Empire is, look at the ruler. Ragnar died. I'm assuming she died in battle. She might have died of... Oh no, she died of natural causes, but she died either way. Which isn't the best, but it's not terrible because it doesn't really make a difference to me. But obviously the Queen of the Southern Empire is dead. We've just took another fief. We also need to take this probably relatively soon. We're about to lose Vernon, which is not going to be great. Hopefully those guys go and defend Vernon. We're going to actually put them on defensive here, because we don't really want to lose that just because they're on offensive. Obviously, I want them to mainly siege, but if they can defend, then that's obviously good as well. But we'll be back once we're ready to launch the assault. Hopefully those guys defend, so I'll see. Oh, yeah, they are. Hopefully they defend that, and I'll be back once we're ready to launch the assault, so I'll see you then. We're trying to give that to Caltia. We're going to give it to Teos here. Oh, 400 influence. I think spending an extra 40 influence to give it to Teos isn't too bad. Obviously, we do not want Caltia to get it here. Caltia is about to get a major city, though. Which, obviously, we're going to go ahead and launch the assault here. And if we win this battle, which I have confidence we will, if we win this battle, that's going to be good. Because, obviously, if we win the battle, it will give Caltia a town. It will also free up that clan to join us. The clan will join us. Then we can siege one of the other 2 lords' fiefs. And then we're just going to be in a very good place here. And the Vlandians are going downhill. Especially if they lose 2 decent-sized lords. Like, they're decent clan tier and stuff. It's not like they're weak lords. Like, there's 2, like, weak-ish clans that don't start with any land. And they're like clan tier 2 or whatever. The clans that we are taking are not those clans. We're taking the powerful clans that can fuel like 100-man parties, and not 100, like 250-man parties and stuff. And even the not clan leader can fuel like 120, 150. We're fueling the good clans here, which is obviously good for us and even worse for them. If we're getting the actual best of their lords to join us, That's obviously horrendous for them. And obviously he's going to permanently weaken them. What I'm kind of hoping is I'm not going to make sure it happens, but if it does happen, it would be quite nice. I'm trying to make it so Battania is the last kingdom that we have to kill. If they do something too annoying though, then I'll just crush them. We'll just destroy them off the face of Calradia here. We can really do that to any kingdom at this point, especially if we get like a couple like more clans. Like if we get to 25 or something like that, there's nothing really anybody in the world can do. Especially with all the current kingdoms destroyed. There's the Khuzaits to the west, the Khuzaits to the west, the south, Battanians and the Vlandians. Custogi is dead, Azari are dead, the north is dead. The south's not far off dead, so we can kill the south quite fast. The main threats are the Western Empire. Western Empire and Vlandia, but if we take another town off them, take another clan, the Vlandian grasp of power is going to slowly drain. And obviously the more powerful we become in clan-wise, the better it's going to be. Oh, they've got a lot of sharpshooters and stuff down there. Which means whenever we get on this wall, they're actually going to deal a lot of damage. The good thing is they're trying to hold it with sharpshooters as well. Like, they don't really have infantry here, they just have sharpshooters trying to hold the wall off us. Which obviously sharpshooters against infantry, they have got shields and swords, but they're not the same as infantry. And they're definitely not holding us. Yeah, we're absolutely just crushing them here. Obviously, we managed to get on the walls very quick, which was obviously pretty good. And we tried to hold with a couple of sharpshooters, which wasn't going to hold. Oh, I'm kind of surrounded here. I'm probably going to end up going down in a second here, especially with there being at least one guy aimed at me with a crossbow. Yeah, there was not really much I could do there when I was one-shot. The good thing is we have actually got the siege tower here, which means, oh, they are taking the Fiend Champions on the walls, which is not my favourite time, because it means we might actually lose a lot of Fiend Champions on the walls. We've lost 3 Fiend Champions, most of them are wounded, luckily. Yeah, they're just kind of getting slapped here. Fiend Champions obviously beat their crossbowmen, especially the weaker crossbowmen, the tier 3s there. Ooh, did they retake the wall? We broke the gate wide open. Yeah, we cracked the gate wide open here. We've managed to take one of the sides of the walls. We're equal numbers here. I'm not sure if they're getting reinforcements. I'm not sure if we're getting reinforcements. Ooh, we both got reinforcements here, so this is just if we can take it now, or... This is actually getting decently close here. We outnumber them by a few men. Oh, wait, we're outnumbered here. Oh, the big infantry line here. That might be clutch. We have to take it now, though. Oh, we got another wave of reinforcements today. Oh, they do. Actually, we all got one more lot of reinforcements, which actually is the reason they lost here. They might have kept it if neither of us got any more reinforcements. Yeah, that's actually really good. We got another wave of reinforcements. We did take a lot of losses there. But after that, after we actually broke through the siege, it was just over for them. We lost 12 Fiend Champions, which isn't good for me, but it's... I'd trade 12 Fiend Champions for a full clan joining us. Ooh, it looks like Aldrich escaped, which I didn't actually notice, but it still says he has that fief. Yeah, we just wiped that force. We cannot show mercy, sadly. So we're just going to have to pillage with Haggard's fief. I'm probably going to say he wants 200 men. So we're just going to take out a lot of the big groups of men. I'll be back once we're actually talking to him and seeing if he's going to join us. So I'll see you then. Right, so we're back, as you can see. We're up to 7 million here. And we're going to talk to him. Yes, he is willing to join us here. They also did, I realised, that's actually pretty good, there's a double success. I realised they took Vernon, which means if we don't talk to him now, we're not going to get him. Ooh, yeah, so he is going to join us. How much is it going to cost, though? Probably like 850k. Ooh, I'm not bad with the guesses today for the amount of money clans are going to cost us. So now Vlandian's just lost 2 clans there, which puts them down to 9. What's the highest clan kingdom here? I'm assuming it's the West. Yeah, the West has got 10 clans. Battania has got 8 clans. The South has got 9. The Kuzets have got 8. Yeah, so all of the kingdoms have, besides the West, all the kingdoms are 8 or 9. The Kuzets are still at a 2-front war. We're actually going to look at that war now. What's happening in that war? Oh. Oh, wait, they took that back, didn't they? Oh, they're taking Tylel off the Battanians. No way they let that happen for a castle. They're taking a castle. The West hasn't took anything yet. So right now, the Kuzets are actually coming out on top if they win Tylel, which is going to be bad for the Battanians here. But obviously, we're going to be back once... I'm not sure what we're going to do, actually. We're going to see what these armies are doing first. I'm going to actually disband both those armies. They've got pretty weak lords. I'm sure we can create an actual more formidable force. We're going to siege Versend, and I'll be back with the Vault, and then once we're ready to launch the assault on Versend, so I'll see you then. Oh, the Vault's literally right here. We can actually go ahead and accept that for almost 4k. Yeah, it's going to Chalthea, not him, which I don't actually mind, because then we can give him the other fiefs, and it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, we'll be back once we're ready to launch the assault, so I'll see you then. Right, so we're back, as you can see. We're in the siege here. We're going to have to hug that wall right now. Like, we need to get moving now. Because if we don't hug that wall, we're going to get smacked by the catapult shots. And nobody wants to get hit by those catapult walls. Ooh, that almost just killed me. I'll have to aim him for the king. But it would be a smart choice if there were. That was definitely very close to me. That was a nice shot from them. If they killed me there, that would have kind of been funny. We just launched the assault. I'm giving orders and I just get hit by a catapult. Is the ladders not there? Oh, the ladders are here. Doesn't really make that much of a difference that being there, because I don't think they can hit us from there. Ooh, luckily they're just terrible. They're getting really good close shots to massive lines on me, but they're just missing.
Archers, footmen, infantry, follow me!
I guess we're gonna have to get them to follow me, which isn't really what I wanted, but if we want them to get over here and we need them to follow me, then that's what they're doing. What unit is this?
Infantry!
I can get them to attack on that ladder.
Footmen!
Where are the rest of the men? The rest of the men are just there, so they shouldn't go for the other ladders. So we can go ahead and attack that, and then they should all just go up these ladders, which will be very good because we're not in catapult range. I think, yeah, they're walking up to this one. We're not in catapult range, obviously. We've got good archer support here. I was saying we're not in catapult range, and then I just saw a catapult shot get very close to some Fiend champions there. Very close, way too close. Ooh, that's actually a nice shot here. We need to kind of stand still to train our bow aim over there. But when we do, we can get good damage. They've got a very heavy defense. Is there any rocks or anything I can chuck at them? Or do I just need to dwindle? I think I might just need to dwindle the numbers by just going like this. Just bowing them to the heads. I think this is probably the best I can do right now. Otherwise, I'll just get myself killed, and then it'll just be a very long battle of trying to take that off them. Especially while I'm dead, that will be a hard battle. He tried to duel the king. Does look like we're starting to take the wall a little bit here. He's not getting away. Actually, he might get away. Ooh, they just tried to hit their own wall here. Oh, they're like all up here. Yeah, we can actually start fighting them now. Now that we've got some infantry support on the walls, we can just sweep them off the walls. Oh, now I see why he's going up there for the ballista. Yeah, we're actually starting to take the walls now, which is definitely beautiful for us. They're losing these walls, which I didn't think was going to happen for a decent bit longer, but I think my bow kills, even though it's only 13 kills. Also, the Fiend Champions have managed to get quite a few kills here. 36, I think the Fiend Champions managed to kill a lot of them on the walls, as well as me. So I think combined, the 40 kills me and the Fiend Champions got just broke their walls down a lot. Plus, I'm assuming the Fiend Champions did more than just 36 kills. They probably got like 60 damage on like another 40 or 50 men. So overall, we probably weakened their entire force just with one Fiend Champion line. Fiend Champions did definitely incredible so far. I'm gonna try and kill this guy because I have a feeling the AI is just gonna be stupid and not be able to kill the guy. Well, the AI is already getting in my way and not killing the guy. Yeah, luckily we managed to notice that, because otherwise if I went down, which I'm hoping not to, but it's definitely a possibility here. Yeah, we can go ahead and just sweep the rest of them. I'm going to actually go up here with this guy. Oh, there's actually two of them. I'll leave the two of them. There's a Flaxman and an Oathman. There's no way they're getting 2v1 by some archers. And if they do, that's quite pathetic. Well, there might be more than one archer up there. There might be like 6, maybe. They still shouldn't lose to like 6 archers. There needs to be like probably 10 or 12 for them to lose. But obviously if they get surrounded, they might lose. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit surrounded here. I'm getting good kills though. If I can make it back to my infantry. What happened to my infantry line? There's just 3 stragglers on the thing here. I think I'm going to go down. Yeah. What happened to my infantry line? Why have they retreated back up here? I've got no clue what the infantry line was doing. I thought they would have been more helpful, but they just retreat. Did we actually just lose the walls because our infantry line just retreated? Our Fiend Champions should be able to take that. If not, we're going to take a lot of... What are they doing? Why are they not fighting? The Fiend Champions just weren't fighting there. They were just letting themselves get killed. This Fiend Champion just stood there getting... Yeah, that was just the freest Fiend Champion kill I've ever got. How are Hired Pike doing better than Fiend Champions on the walls here? Does look like we're going to take this side of the wall, which then we can just sweep through the rest, hopefully. Yeah, I had no clue what they were doing there. They just completely fumbled it. We could have took the gate, opened the gate, flipped through all the men, but instead they decided to run back up the stairs, get like 10 of our men killed plus their king killed. Then they tried to retake it when there's like 100 men and there was like 20 of them. They lost, obviously. Then we lost the walls. And now there's 3 men in the gate that are glitched. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happening here. The men are kind of just running back and forth. Not really doing anything. There's a few men hitting the gate, so it might eventually break. Ooh, they are hitting the gate a lot. It actually did break there. That might actually mean that... I think like 3 troops were smacking the gate, and I think that managed to stop them from being glitched. Well, they weren't glitched as such, but the AI just wasn't smart enough to figure out that you can break that. There's one last troop, which I can see him running. Yeah, that's the victory here. That's a very nice place to end off this episode here. And we're not going to talk to him yet. We can go ahead and talk to him another time. But we are going to obviously go in the... Well, actually, we're just going to send troops to the keep. Yeah, so that's pretty good. We just took the town. We are going to lose a lot of relation with them because we have a very merciless army here. we're gonna sell everybody but the Battanian Fiend champion and the couple couple Battanian troops. Yeah, so that's pretty good. We're going to talk to him in the next episode here, so I'm going to actually end it off here, and we can see what happens next episode here. We managed to take 2 cities off them. We also managed to take 2 clans, and we managed to take 2 castles as well. Also, the few things I've got updates, which I realised in the siege. This clan completely and utterly just betrayed the south, not the south, the Khuzaits. They just joined the Battanians. So Battania took Diameter, but they did lose Tylel. Oh, I looked at the wrong castle. They did win Vlandian. Okay, good. I looked at Unreal and thought, oh, they lost on Unreal siege. No, they sieged Unreal, then lost. They won Vlandian though. Yeah, that's pretty good though. So obviously, that's pretty good. And obviously, we'll be back in the next episode though. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more. Thanks for watching. Peace.